solid 3-0 overhawk. Moving on, we got Pelca and Scot.
My guess, we're probably going to see never mind. Well, I was expecting to see the Diddy Kong because these two have played quite often, and for the most part, usually the Diddy Kong ends up working out better for Pelca. Even though like Pelca's Cloud is very, very solid, you have to worry about the fact that you're going to probably get dunked from the down B.
Yep.
Like it's
the green Cyclone glimpse that we saw Scot getting earlier in the doubles bracket. He was incredibly consistent with them. Even managed to kill off the top, which is very uncommon these days.
He will go for air dodge reason to down B off the top a lot. Like it's one of the underutilized tools, I believe, when it comes to Luigi players. Outside of like Elegant. Because Elegant will go for that every once in a while too.
Right.
Scot loves going for that. If he sees that you're sleeping and you're not really respecting the fact that he can go up there, he will go for it. And also another big problem when it comes to this matchup, Luigi's ability to just combo extend off a Cloud is so good. Like right now we're seeing 15 to 73%, and Pelca has barely been able to like get in and do much without getting a bad trade.
See, Luigi's status as a grappler forces Pelca to double think if he's going to approach with shield or not. So he has to pace himself back and forth, which if he doesn't land with an option or auto-cancel an aerial properly, he's going to leave himself open for the grab anyway. So it's a lose-lose situation if he's not going to press an aggressive front. With that being said, a lot of percentage built up on him, but Scot is really just sort of baiting these approaches. He hasn't forced any stage control or tried to bait anything in particular of his own. He's just sort of standing around. He's trying to match with jabs and such, and even though we see the limit cross slash, there's no threat from it.
Yeah, he's been playing a really simplistic, like, tank style. Like, just kind of sitting back, throwing out the jabs, kind of stuffing out anything he wants to go for.
Right.
Just enough that even if it happens to throw out a hitbox, well, I like the idea. I like the game plan. He was just too far. Scot has been microspacing his way out of everything. And even now, look at that. He followed a combo. He's still extended. He went from 0 to 71%. That was, I don't want to say a panic at first, but that was like a please get off of me, sir.
Yeah. Things are looking a bit rough for Pelca currently, although he has more impressive damage out on Scot now. That Nair might be able to do it, but with the green missile coming back, Cyclone in,
yeah,
and
he did
no
rip his jump, so... I mean, Cloud is extremely explosive. We've been hyping up a lot of the Luigi factor in this matchup, but if he can manage to just get a few juggles, and the key also is beating out and paying attention to where that Nair is, because he's going to try and combo break it and back it off. Oh, wow. Scott is just refusing to let him land. He held on to his jump the whole time, though. Very smart, because if he didn't, he would have had to blow that limit, and I think that's what Scott was like aiming for that entire time. Even if he didn't steal the stock, get rid of limit.
He's forcing these restand options from Pelca a lot. I feel like Pelca needs to be aware of that because his landings are very dangerous, as we see there. Just eats that up smash. Scot's going to take game one. And I feel like the Cloud choice might not be that bad, but Pelca has to reassess how he's going to use Cloud against Luigi.
Yeah, I think that like the way that he approached that match, he was playing directly into what Scot wanted. He would... Yeah, Scot was just like, he was just playing so passive, just letting him come to it. Kind of like when you see a new player who's like regularly just kind of throw out a lot of hitboxes. Not anything at Pelca there, but it's just, he just played immaculately. He knew that he couldn't really do much when it came to grabs, because if he whiffed the grab and Scot got it, he gets way more out of it every time. Well, okay, so he managed to make it back.
He couldn't catch the rocket barrel, so no early shenanigans, but the fear is set there that Scot is ready to bring Pelca's Diddy Kong right down to the same depths that he brought the Cloud to.
And immediately dropping down to get the combo extension off of the banana, because I wasn't thinking that, maybe he might trip on it. No, he already knew. So trying to call out a hard punish with that side B on which up there. And Pelca starting to finally get a little bit of stage positioning here so he can start evening this up a little bit, but Scot has just been playing this matchup accurately so far at the start.
Yeah, he's rolling with all of that momentum he took from game one, and recognizing that when he's forcing Pelca to approach, he just has the better tools. Luigi loves it when someone's got to press onto his shield because he can just so easily shield grab. And even if that, we're seeing Pelca challenge a lot of normals with just a simple jab, fireball, a lot of options just to force Pelca to pick. and he keeps on picking the wrong options.
Yeah, this man is down beat in neutral.
He got away with it.
I know. Like, I don't recall the last time I've seen that. This is still a relatively even match, though. Like, this is, even though he's been losing a lot of trades, he's now within range to get a down tilt and down smash. So this has been working out a lot better for Pelca so far. Pretty even now. And now has ledge trap control. Had the right call, but microspace a little bit too far. And forcing him off stage. I like the fact that he's like not being a little too overcommittal going off stage. Like he doesn't want to get clipped by like a fair or something and then eat a down B for his troubles.
Right. Although I feel like Pelca can put a little bit more effort into how he's edge guarding, because we saw with the peanut pop guns and the barrel in hand, he wasn't really covering anything that Scot offered. Scot came in a little close to the stage with the green cyclone, and that could be really dangerous because Diddy can't come down with a bear or a down air, end that stock clean. But I think Pelca's got a little bit of the fear in him. Something seems a bit off about how he's approaching this Luigi, because he's respecting Luigi a lot. I haven't seen people give Luigi this much respect since he was given the nickname of Green Diddy Kong from his combo game.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like the old pre-patch Luigi.
Yep. Back in the old days.
Yeah, when down throw into down B was a true combo. We remember those days. And right now he's like relatively, like both players have had a hard time killing, finally getting an up throw to seal it out, which required all that rage. But
it's not often you see up throw kill out of Luigi. That is not a common kill.
Yeah, no, that's usually like a last minute, like towards the end of a very long grinded out match option. That was only the first stop. This forward throw is probably going to take it. No, actually it's not, even with Smashville. But no rage is actually not going to seal it out.
That forwarder might be able to do it, and it does. Pelca gets himself a little bit of stage control. He's got banana in hand, opts to go for the platform, and I feel like that's the best possible option, but he throws it away. Both the banana and the control of the stage.
Nice delay. I think he delayed just that extra half a second so he can mess up Scot's reaction. But doesn't matter because he gets called out on like 4 anti-airs there. He's going to go 15 to 75% just like that. Still, this pick has been looking way better for the most part compared to the Cloud. Like even right now, he's been able to get small trade for trade, and if he can manage to just like get a few more grabs, he'll even just game right back up. Problem is that Scot has been just better at sealing off kills so far.
Right.
It's like you said, like he has the fear in him.
And it's just a very interesting situation to see. The down smash read on that poor landing.
That was a perfect pivot down smash too, like, and immediately anti-aired with the up smash, recognizing that he was recovering on stage, and Pelca's got to reach deep down and get some good momentum going, because right now Scot is playing immaculately.
Pelca just needs to take a breather, just recognize the situation at hand, because Scot's walking all over him right now. We're seeing the character switch. He's hovering over Bayonetta now.
I actually have never seen Pelca play Bayonetta. Pelca has a big toolkit, and he plays a lot of top tiers, but it's for good reason. They're good. Play them. But he has the Cloud, the Diddy Kong. I've seen Fox. Fox is not a good idea though.
No.
Against Luigi.
A most notably bad matchup for Luigi, for Fox rather.
So I definitely don't see that coming. He's hovering like he's planning on it. Okay.
Goes right to Cloud.
Yeah, I feel like in this situation when it's that fresh, he's like, you know what? With how stacked today is and all this stuff, and this is playing for the chance to go back at Ralphie, and both of these players want a piece of Ralphie. So.
Word. Game 3 is going to find us over in Battlefield, and with the Cloud switch, I feel like this is a lot smarter, and Pelca, if given the time to just reassess how he's approaching this matchup, things could work out a lot differently than we saw in Game 1 with the Cloud.
Yeah, the fact that he's been getting, like, outspaced, like, hitbox-wise by Luigi's fairs and everything is kind of extremely impressive on Scot's part. All right, this is going to be a lot of damage. Luckily, actually, the mistech forced him to go off the platform and didn't end up eating more for it, because that probably could have gone to about 80.
Yeah, a lucky break for Pelca. It's all a matter about how well he can use it now. He hasn't had a chance to control center stage, and because of that, we don't get to see the kind of domination that Cloud exhibits on Battlefield. We haven't seen any up airs come out from Pelca. He's not really able to contest a lot of this space from Scot, and that wasted limit blade game just goes to show that Pelca's in a bit of a panic right now.
Yeah, I was going to call on that too, because the fact that he blew that limit blade game was a very very reckless. Luckily, not getting clipped by the falling portion of his up B there by the F smash. And Scot has just been all over a lot of his defensive options. Like, if Pelca can regain his composure, like, I don't like to call anybody out yet. Like, I definitely like to believe that people can make this comeback. And he does have the range to play with here, but he's just had so much pressure applied on him. Luckily, getting the instant snap, avoiding getting down beat there. Right now, trying to put a little bit more pressure on him, like just noticing a few more defensive options that Scot's been taking, but even then, like he's only getting like maybe 1 to 2 hits, and that's it.
Right. The second use of that limit blade finally coming through for Pelca, but it really didn't do much outside of build on a little bit of damage. Pelca's saying if it's sticky to the ground, he's not jumping as much as he should. He's doing a lot of rolling, and that's another situation where Luigi thrives when he sees his opponent stuck on the ground, and they gimp out of the green fireball, costing Pelca yet another stock.
Yeah, Scot is getting relatively comfortable right now. Gets neutral get up back here right there, but still not dead, and kind of just doesn't really need to overcommit. He's actually going in. I'm pretty surprised about that. Like, he could play very tanky right now if he chooses to. But
he's opting not to turtle because he's deep in Pelca's gameplay. He's forced him out of the comfort of the movement and aggression that we saw earlier.
Oh my god.
An obscene combo leading into 70%, ending in the Shoryu. Scot takes a very impressive 3-0, and he's going to be moving on to playing against Light, correct?